Well, hey everyone. I am going to show you a game I made using Grok 3 AI. Up here in the upper left, you can see some of the code for the game. It's an HTML page with some JavaScript. And here's the game. I call it Roguelike USA. Just was the first name I thought of. A roguelike game is a adventure game. In the 1980s, games used characters, ASCII characters they're called, with letters, letters and numbers and symbols that you can type on the keyboard. These number signs represent walls. This @ sign here is my character. Stars are trees. And then you have letters representing monsters, colons, and these brackets represent armor and weapons, and you can see all that information in this key here. And the goal of this game is to defeat all the monsters. You get abilities starting with a heal, and you can use one ability per level. The character starts at level 1 but can level up to level 10, I think. And every odd number level you get a new ability, so you can use all of these abilities once until you gain another level. Then you can use them again, and they increase in power based on your level. The monsters start off weaker toward me, but then as you go all the way to the right, you have I's and J's, which are ice worms and jade dragons. This box here is where the messages for the game will appear. So I move around with the arrow keys, so you'll see my guy move around. I just picked up a rusty knife. My damage is now 6. So once you get close enough to monsters, they start moving towards you, as you can see. So now I'm going to move to the right, and I'm going to fight this blood imp. And I'm fighting him. And I just killed 2 blood imps, but I have 4 hit points left out of 40. So I'm going to use a heal, Q. So I healed myself up, but now I can't use heal again until I level up. Luckily, I only need 10 more experience for a level. I just gained a level. So now I'm level 2. I have more maximum hit points. I do a little bit more damage. I can reuse my heal again, which will heal me for 30 plus 15 times my level. So I'm level 2, so I'll be healed for 60, or my maximum life, but if I use a heal. So you can see I'm fighting more monsters. You can see the text of the fights here, that the rats can scratch and hit you. And I probably need some like actual armor. Oh boy, I think I just got killed in my own game. So I got surrounded by enemies. So we're going to try again. We're going to be a little more careful not to just rush the enemies. Picking up a rusty knife. I think I made too many come after me again. See if I can use a tree to kind of stem the tide a little. Seems to be working. I blocked him with the tree. So all is not lost. I survived. So the trees can be important. Enemies are not like super intelligent. Those enemies here could have walked to the side and tried to get me, but I haven't made the monsters uber intelligent or anything. So we're just going to keep fighting these weak ones, picking away at the... Ooh, I'm almost dead. So I'm going to heal myself. Now I'm level 3. I've just been fighting A's and B's, abyssal rats and blood imps, but now I'm going to probably start to be able to fight cave goblins. I now have fireball, which has a range of 3, so I'm going to use that to attack a bunch of enemies at once. Watch this. Let me get rid of that. Okay, so now if I press W for fireball, I just killed a bunch of things and wounded a bunch. See how I just cleared out those others because they got beat I beat him pretty good. Now I'm level 4. I'm gaining in power, but there's not many A's and B's left. Still, let's milk all the A's and B's for what I can. Okay, so a C's coming after me. So cave goblins can hurl rocks at you from a distance. So I'm going to take damage until I close in on it. Oh, crap. I might need to use some abilities here. So I have 15 life. 7 life. Let's heal. Fireball. Now I'm fighting a dire boar, which is charging at me for a lot of damage. And I killed it. So I have 50 experience for a level. Let me see if I can get it from these weak guys. And me get this one. Alright, these plus signs are also healing power-ups. So now I need to fight a single creature. The single cave goblin I think will do. Oof, this is... looks like I've got a boar coming after me. This is a dire boar. I'm fighting him. And I got him. So my game's not easy. You have to kind of position yourself correctly. Once I die again or win the game, I've never won my own game, which is kind of funny. I placed weapons and armor further and further away. Each weapon and armor is better. They get better and better, so there's an incentive to get them. It's just hard to get them. So we're going to use a fireball here. Oh, that hurt. Let me heal up. I got an iron sword now. Oof. So I now have shield bash, which will attack enemies near me for a lot of damage. Now I've got this armor. So let's use shield bash. I killed those 3, so it's a shield bash does more damage. Damage 20 plus 6 times level. I can use it again. So it behooves me to conglomerate a bunch of enemies again. Ooh, if I don't die first. So we're going to fireball, shield bash. Oh boy. Okay, I died. I took on too many enemies. Alright, so that's my game. Requires strategy. Knowing when to level up, when to use abilities. I've never won the game, so maybe it needs to be nerfed or balanced a little bit. But here's all the code. Grok made this in 704 lines of code, including HTML, CSS, which is how the page is able to look the way it does, and JavaScript. So watch as I can tell Grok to make modifications to this game. I'm going to ask it to make a help button with a pop-up. So let's see if we can get it to do that. Hey Grok, I have this game you made for me, a roguelike adventure. Could you make a help button with a pop-up that explains the game, like so? Roguelike USA is an RPG adventure game where you start at the left as the character, and the goal is to kill all the monsters, the A through J. Each letter from A to J gets tougher. You can gain levels. You can use abilities. This is all in the key at the bottom. Good luck, and may the odds be ever in your favor. And here's the code. I'm just pasting it in. So I'm telling Grok can you modify my game? Here's the code. Now, normally I would go in the code and make this change, but Grok can do it for me. It said, I'll help you add a help button with a pop-up. Here's how we can modify it. First, add the HTML for the help button and pop up right after the title. Add CSS to style the button and JavaScript with the functionality. So, can you put all the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in one single file for me with the game? Because I just want to take it all and put it in this notepad and save it. That's all I want to do. So you can see Grok is generating the new game. All this stuff here is called CSS, cascading style sheets. It's all settings or attributes or whatever you want to call them that make the web page. Any web page you go has CSS. This is how you make a page formatted a certain way with margins, kind of like Microsoft Word. You can add margins and padding, but you can also color things and give borders and do all sorts of things. So you can see here my game has code, and some of these things may seem familiar. I have damage, I have armor. I start with fists and no armor. And there's items. And there's monsters, and the code is doing all this. There's using abilities, there's leveling up sounds, and player death sounds, and player victory sound. I haven't heard the player victory sound yet. Monsters can use abilities. The abyssal rats use scratch, blood imps use bleed, the goblins, cave goblins hurl rocks. There's charge, howl, fire blast, poison, claw, smash, ice breath, fire breath for the tougher monsters. Leveling up, handling the key presses, etc. So what we're going to do, I'm going to copy all this fun code on this single web page, and we're going to put it here and replace this. And we'll refresh my game and we'll see what Grok did. Look, there's a little question mark there that wasn't there before. And if you click the question mark, there it is. Roguelike USA is an RPG adventure game where you start at the left as the character, and the goal is to kill all the monsters, the A through J. Each letter from A to J gets tougher. You can gain levels, you can use abilities. This is all in the key at the bottom. Good luck, and may the odds be ever in your favor. Close. So I have now added a help button to my game. And this is what I've been doing. I started off with a very simple map. It wasn't even this big, and I said I want to move a character around with walls and dots. And Grok did that, and I started in the middle, and I didn't like that, so I told Grok to put me on the left. And there's some things in here that Grok has coded for me that would take me a while to figure out. It's positioning the monsters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, starting with the weaker ones on the left in a distribution all the way to the right. That would have taken me a long time to figure out how to do. But Grok did it in seconds. And so my programming development from this point onward, it will never be the same with AI being able to do what it does. Whenever I get a programming task at work, it's an absolute must that I use AI, especially for things that I've never done before. I need to use AI to tell me how to do certain things, and I need to double check it because sometimes Grok messes something up. And so you gotta double check it as well. But I've made this Roguelike USA game, and it's pretty cool. So what's one more thing I could add? I could ask it to format the key at the bottom and make it look a lot more pretty and well formatted. So let's see what it does in response to that. Grok, can you make the key and all the information at the bottom a lot better? Better formatting to read and keep it all on the same screen still. Says, I'll improve the key and information section at the bottom to make it more readable and visual appearing while keeping it on the same screen. We'll reorganize it into a cleaner layout with columns and better formatting. Here's the updated version of the full game with these improvements. So Grok is, each time you open up a new Grok window, it's like a new session. Grok memory is not here yet, but it does remember from the same window you have open. So it gave me the whole code file this time because I asked it to last time, and I think it's remembering to do that. So we're gonna wait for this whole thing to generate. It's a bit of time to get it all out. I don't know if there's a way to speed this up, or if this is all just, if XAI is doing this to slow things down on purpose so people aren't sending so many requests. If all this code came back instantly, then I'd be giving it more requests. So it might be something they do on purpose to kind of throttle usage. I wouldn't blame them. There's a lot of usage with this right now. So we can kind of see some of the code here in this render. It's changed some of the formatting and whatnot. But let's put this all in and see how it looks. So let's scroll up and we'll just copy this entire thing. You're getting to see kind of my nerdy side, everyone, that I normally don't show. I'm normally talking about life and philosophical stuff. But let's see how Grok formatted this. Let's see if it nailed it on the first try. So see all the stuff at the bottom? The goal is for all this information to look better. That does look better. That does look better. That looks a lot better. Looks really good. Wow. Look at that. It made it in 3 boxes. I had the browser window zoomed in because I wanted to, but look at that. I'm going to ask it that when the player character gets low on health, can you play an ominous sound and pop up a message in the combat log? When the player reaches low health at 10%, can you play an ominous sound and put a red message in the combat log saying the player is at low health? When the player reaches health at 1%, can you play an even more ominous sound and say that the player is about to die? Let's see what it does for this. And I've given it like dozens of these requirements. It's like I'm a product manager kind of, and Grok is my programmer. And because I played so many games, I know what I want to do. I'll add low health warnings to your game with ominous sounds and red combat log messages at 10% and 1% health thresholds. Here's the updated version with that. So let's look while it generates this and see if we can find what it did. There's the HTML it added for that nice looking section at the bottom that makes the key a lot easier to see. Well, it's going kind of slow. So while it's doing that, let's admire the nice formatting. Now there doesn't need to be space here. There's a padding. I don't know what to call it. This is just getting into the guts of the HTML, but there's kind of a padding here that there doesn't need to be. Like this padding here can go away. Gap 20. Oh, okay. So if that gap of 20 is taken away, that looks better to me. So I'm ask it to take away that gap of 20. But there's more I'll do. So this is just one game of many that I plan on making. I don't know where I'm going to put all these games. Maybe I'll put them on a website somewhere. Just showing off my stuff. And it's a lot easier to develop when you have Grok able to help you. And there's been some things I've gone in myself and changed, but most of this has been me and Grok working together as a team to make a game. Kind of fun. Really fun. But that's the process. Go through a prompt, let Grok spit out the code. The most time-consuming thing is Grok spitting out the code. If it would just spit it out instantly, the iteration would be insanely fast. So let's take this and let's let myself get low on health. Oh, and while we're doing that, I'm going to ask it for the key at the bottom. Can you take away the gap of 20? Hit point, armor, damage. Does it have that gap of 20 with the 3 boxes and keys of information? Let's see if it understands that. Alright, let's see what happens now if I get close to death. Picking up weapon, picking up armor. Okay, I haven't gotten there yet. I'm at 12 out of 40 health. I'm going to ask it to make this bigger or make it a bar, a health bar. I didn't even get a chance for it to play the message. Let's make sure I save this. So it's not playing the message. Oh, low health warning, 4 out of 40. I guess that is 10%. How much damage does this thing do? 2. Oh, I can't get it to do 1. So it is displaying the message. I just was incorrect. There's 2. Okay. All right, let's see if Grok's done with its. Let's see if it got it right. I was kind of vague. I was just like, remove that 20, the padding. Because I looked at the HTML, I knew it had a padding of 20, so it would have been more interesting for me to say there's too much padding at the bottom key. Can you just remove it and see what it does? But while it's doing that, let's see if I can actually win my game. Ooh, low health warning. I'm glad it did that because I was not paying attention. Alright, now we're going to like gather up all these dudes together and fireball them. And I have 54 health, so I have enough to kind of, Okay, I'm level 4. I need to get some healing power-ups, and then we're going to go fireball some things. These guys over here look like good candidates for a fireball. Now I'm level 5. I can use shield bash. I'm starting to learn my game pretty well. Let's greedily get this armor. Yeah, and die. Should have healed myself. I was not playing intentionally enough. Alright, Grok's done with this. So I made a challenging game. This game is not easy, at least for my impatient self. We're going to copy this code. Control A, Control V. Now we have new code. Save the file. Reload the web page. And the padding's gone. Awesome. Okay. Well, what other changes can I make? Let's keep it going. Can we? Is there any balancing issues that we need to do, or is there some other element to the game I should add? Should I increase, should I make the plus signs healing potions, call the plus signs healing potions and add a few more of them? Make the plus signs a instead and call them healing potions and have them heal the player for 30 life. Update the key to reflect this as well. So make the plus signs I saying an exclamation point because the roguelike adventure games I played in the past use that for potions. And they're going to give 30 hit points. That's a balance change I'm making in favor of the player because it's so easy to die. And Grok just does it. Grok never says, I'm tired, I'm going to go eat a pizza. It never says that. And so, as AI continues to improve and get better, it's going to help more and more with various things. And certainly with coding, it's proving to be very useful. I was working on a problem at work today. It was a pretty deep problem. I don't want to give it too much away because it's proprietary code, but suffice it to say it was a difficult problem involving audio files and the bytes, the actual stored bytes for files, and I had to figure something out, a bug that was occurring. And AI helped me figure it out much faster than I would otherwise. You can also go online and search. There's websites like Stack Overflow that have questions and answers of things, but the AI is pretty accurate. I don't search on Google that much anymore. If I have a question, I go to Grok first. I might have the low health warning be 15% and the really low health warning 5%, but we'll see. Look at all this code. We're going to take all this code. It's a lot of code. This game's getting big. One thing I might tell Grok to do is to separate it into more manageable files, but for now I now have an 897 line file. So we now have healing potions. And did I say for it to add a few more? Oh, since it I didn't say for it to add more, but I increased their effectiveness, so fine enough. All right, what would be something really crazy to ask it to do with this game? Can it make the game graphical, or can it do something that I don't think it can do? That's what I'm wondering. Is could I make it do an effect in the game that's quite unusual? So we're gonna try and make the heal spell do like an animation on the @ sign. So when I cast heal, when I cast an ability, I want an animation to show the ability on the map and around the character, and for it to last 1 second and no actions can be taken during that 1 second until the ability animation ends. Create one matching each ability that is cool, graphical, interesting, and awesome. Let's see how I don't know what it's gonna do. I've never tried this before. To implement ability animations, I'll add a visual effect on the map around the player's character when an ability is cast. It appears for 1 second and prevents actions during that time by disabling input. It'll show graphical symbols around the player on the map. Since this is a text-based game, I'll use ASCII characters to create cool, graphical, interesting, and awesome effects. Here's how we'll modify the game. I'm really curious to see what it does here. There's an animation. So the level up has an animation. I didn't ask it to do a level up animation, but it's doing it, I guess. And you can do animations in CSS. That's cool. That's really cool. Look at all this code. And there's the death, which is funny because it's formatted like the formatting works here, but then it's off when it actually appears. So I'm not sure what's up with that. So we're in a sea of code, everyone. Don't worry too much about the code. Like this code for the is occupied, it's a little complex. Placing items, attack monster. Animate ability is a new function. Glowing cross of healing light, burst of flames in a 3-tile radius. Shield shockwave, thunderstrike, lightning bolts radiating outward. Vortex smash, spinning slashes around the player. Wow. Show the animation, sets a timeout, which makes it last a second. That makes sense. Holy cow. And it just added that in. But this is a lot of code. It's going to eventually get so big that I won't be able to put it in Grok anymore. Although it would have to get pretty big because I put 100 and oh, look at that. It's giving me examples of the animations. Oh, that's cool. Holy cow. Okay. So eventually it's going to get so big but it would take 150 pages of code, which I now have 964 lines, so I don't know what that equates to for pages, but let's see if the game still works. Sometimes Grok will make something and it breaks the game, and I have to tell it, hey, you broke the game. So we're going to try a heal spell. Here we go. There was the heal. That was cool. I guess it didn't do an animation on the level up. But heal did an animation. That was cool. I'm going to try to move during the heal. Didn't let me. So that's cool. It is disabling it correctly. It correctly did it. I'm going to try to avoid using potions because I bet I'll need them for the end game. Okay, we're level 4 now. So far we're doing good. Heal. I haven't died yet, but I think I need, can I heal? Nope, but I can fireball. I'm gonna take a potion. Okay, I'm level 5 now. Let's see what Shield Bash does. Whoa, that was cool. Okay, so I'm going to have it do an update because some of the abilities have a longer range, and the animation should spread out to cover every square in range. So that'll be something I have it do. Okay, I'm level 6 now. I'm starting to get close to the highest level I've ever been. The stakes are getting high. heal up. Let's fireball these guys. Oh, I'm level 7 now, so now I have Thunder Strike. Okay, we're gonna use Thunder Strike. Whoa, I just like annihilated. Ow, now I'm almost dead. I just annihilated a bunch of Eldritch Hounds and Fire Wraiths. I'm getting kind of nervous because this is sort of further than I've ever gotten. I still have Shield Bash. Now I'm level 8. Let's just gather a bunch of dudes and use Thunder Strike. That ability seems to just kill. Holy cow! Let's heal. We don't want to risk like mucking around. I'm level 9. I'm nervous. I'm nervous with my own game. Oh crap, I'm getting beat up. Oh, low health warning, heal. Give me that armor. Oh crap, that Jay's after me. No! I'm gonna have to use a shield bash on these guys. Okay, I'm level 10. Let's, I'm getting breathed on by this dragon. And I need to heal. It's breathing on me. I killed it. You can see all this on the messages on the right. Okay, there's 2 eyes and there's 2 eyes, a J and an I. Oh, okay. I don't think I can fight more than... Okay, I've got a new weapon. Let's see if I can get new armor. We're gonna fight one at a time. No charges left. We're gonna use Vortex Slash. Okay, now I have Thunder Strike. Are there any potions left? There's not. Shoot. Let's see if I can get in range of this eye to use Thunder Strike before it breathes on me and kills me. What's the range on Thunder Strike? 4? Oh, I did it. I'm level 11. Okay. So there's an eye and an eye left. So we're going to kill one of the eyes with Vortex Slash and then heal, and then kill the other one with Thunder Strike. So Vortex Slash. Did not kill it. Oof. Oh, it's because it was, it can't be diagonal. Wow, okay. Got a Dragon Blade, Dragon Scale Armor. We got 1 foe left to go. We're going to use Thunder Strike on it. See if I can get to it before it can kill me. Thunder Strike. And I've never won the game, so let's see what the sound is. All monsters slain. I just beat my own game. That wasn't easy. That took some concentration. But that's Grok for you. I want a better sound for the victory. Make the victory sound longer and more epic. It's going to be my final request. Make the game victory sound longer and more epic. Well, that's Roguelike USA. I fixed some formatting, so now the game looks prettier. There's probably something I can do to the characters here to make them better. I can probably make the title in a nice bar here. Who knows what else I can do? I can maybe move some stats here. I can move the abilities. I don't know. I'll keep playing around with it. But that's it for now. Just wanted to show you kind of the process of using Grok AI to make a game. I love games. I've been making games since I was 5, 6 years old, and it's so cool to be able to use AI to help me. And that's all I wanted to share. If you made it this far in the video, you're a true Jeremy Noel Johnson trooper, because this video is at 40 minutes. So namaste. We'll see you in the next video.